my last school was really big, 1,300 kids in the school, in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I got beat up all the time. My classes were so big I would never get to have one-on-one time with my teachers. They didn't understand me, so all of my assignments were marked down because I didn't spell things correctly because of my dysgraphia. I didn't understand the questions because of my dyslexia. I couldn't pay attention because of my ADHD, and I got in lots of fights with the teachers because I didn't understand what I was trying to say or what I was going through.
You're always wrong. You're always working so hard to keep up. You know that something's wrong. No one's helping you. It was just something you just stuff and stuff and stuff in. Like, it's just such a painful thing, and it's such a painful thing to be confronted with yourself.
There will be times when I'll pick up a book and it'll be exactly what I wanted to read. It's, I don't know, just the new thing, the story, and I just really want to read it and I can't. And it kills me. Like, sometimes I'll like cry. I'll pick up a book and I'll go to read it and it hurts. I'm not going to wake up one morning and read. My brain is just not wired right.
Here's some chalk. Here's the blackboard. Write your name. So I drew a picture of a little man, which was me. So the kids started to chuckle. I could hear them laughing. That's not your name. Write your name. So I just got the chalk and made some, like, just a circle and then another circle, and then drew a dog, which was my dog, and drew whatever. Because I don't have the experience of writing, so that was it. And then she said to me, children, here we have an exhibition of failure. He is failure. This is what not to become. The reason why the word failure was written in the dictionary was because of Willard. Willard is failure. When she told me that, I said to myself then, even though I was only a child, I realised what she said. So because she said I was that, she destroyed me. So I was destroyed. So that was it. Destroyed academically. Obliterated. That is it. I saw a microscope on the table and I put my hand up to ask a question. And then he said, you don't need to know because your brain doesn't have Mr. Rowley said, you don't need to know because your brain does not have the capacity. So it's pointless. Next. So when he said that to me, I looked on the table and I saw a microscope. And that microscope had my name written on it. So I decided to take the microscope. And they went round, each boy. Bradburn, was it you saw the microscope? And Bradburn would say, no, not me. Whittaker, was it you? No. Cottle, was it you? Lear, was it you? Thompson, was it you? Fletcher, was it you? No, sir, it wasn't me. And he came to me. I know it's not you, Wigan, you wouldn't have a brain for a microscope. Turner, is it you? Yeah, that was good. Good feeling. I know it's not you because you wouldn't have a brain for a microscope. So that was good.
And then what did you do with the microscope?
I became who I am today. I continued to create smaller and smaller sculptures. Then I started to experiment with my fingers. As I was sculpting, I was looking at the way my pulse was moving, and I started to train my pulse beat so I could work between my heartbeat. The frame is the eye. If I wanted to put Noah's Ark inside there with 15 animals or 20 animals, I could. me now, I could put 9 camels in the eye of the needle, which I already have. But my favourite was Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. That was my favourite one. That's one I could sit back and go,
So after high school, I tried to apply to Community College of Philadelphia, and I took a test, an entry-level test, and I failed. And I went to a counselor, and she said, "Who told you can be here? You know, how did you even get to this far?" I mean, she yelled and screamed, and that was the worst experience I ever had. I gave up for a while. And I thought that this was my life. I started cleaning, really. I thought that, okay, this is it. Actually, I ended up cleaning for the School District of Philadelphia. And I was in there, I was actually cleaning for quite some time, because I thought that this is my ability. This is all I can do. I still had that drive somewhere deep inside of me that I knew I could do better, but I really didn't know how. My faith kept me going, honestly. My faith, and just knowing this has to be something better than this. I couldn't be limited to just being told that I was dumb and stupid, and just embracing it. I knew it was something better for me. I just didn't know how to get it. I went on to college, or I went back to college with the help of a tutor, Judith Mazer, who's still a tremendous support to me. I worked with her for 3 years prior to going back to college, and I applied to Harcum College. And I got in, I got accepted, and I completed Harcum within 2 to 3 years with a 4.0.
What I really wanted to do is definitely give you this accommodation letter and make sure that you understand everything that's on it.
Okay, alright, good. That's a good place to start. Okay.
And this is kind of always a balancing act for me, whether or not, how much I want to disclose.
One of the reasons why we try to at least teach in 2 or 3 different modalities, because we have lots of people with different learning styles in the class. We have a young man who is who's slightly autistic, and he has Asperger's. Say it again. Asperger's. And then we have two people with dyslexia. And one person with anxiety, panic, extreme anxiety, so I've got to watch her rhythm and how much she can take. And so that's why we try to focus the learning, so that not only the instruction deals with either different learning styles and different patterns, but also the presentation. I taught mime one time to a woman who was blind. And that was such a great experience for me, because it really taught me about how many of my references were visuals and how much I used the blackboard. So I had to switch everything around to make sure that she, could understand the concepts and stuff, and do a lot of tactical stuff, using her hands and things. So yeah, because the major thing is for you to achieve success. So however, and so we just say where the shore is. And then you can choose whether you want to breaststroke, whether you want to crawl, whether you want to do it underwater.
Okay, so for me, visual processing is probably the best. It's helpful for me to be able to look back at notes, but I don't take notes as fast as I'd like to. I think that what might be interesting to try with you, which hasn't worked with other professors, but I think it might work, is just maybe after class coming up and expanding on some of the things that I've jotted down.
Perfect.
Because usually something resonates with me, and then I want to keep talking about it.